Hey y'all, so today I'm going to talk about the time it was a little too much. I think I had a little too much. So this was actually a recent story. I didn't mean to, but it happened. So basically, and it's just a sad story because it seems like, if anything, the day it happened would seem like the worst day for this to actually occur. So last year, Valentine's Day, of course I didn't have anybody to spend it with. That's not a thing. It wasn't a thing. Like, things are changing in my life now, so who knows what will be in the future. As of now, 2016, I really don't know what my love life, y'all. It is, but that's another story for another time. But basically this time, Valentine's February last year, I wasn't doing anything, and my friend from freshman year called me and was like, hey, I actually want to I want to hang out with this guy. Well, this guy is asking me to hang out, but like and just chill and, like, you know, vibe, whatever. She was like, but you know, I basically got a boyfriend and I'm supposed to be cooking. He's basically inviting me over, but he's basically saying I could eat, but I, you know, just cook the food. And she was like, but I don't want to violate my boyfriend. And at the time, her boyfriend was incarcerated. She basically wanted to use me for a cock knock. So I was like, sure, because come to find out, the guy is also somebody who tried to talk to me before. And so, yeah, he tried to talk to me before. So I was like, yeah, oh yeah, I'll come over. He's not going to continue to try to talk to you if I'm there. So we go over there, we hang out, and we, like, low-key turn up a little bit. So when we turn up, we eat. So we eat, she makes spaghetti or whatever. And one thing about me, y'all, I'm always hungry anyway. So, like, she made spaghetti, I ate some spaghetti, it was whatever. I go home, and it's around, like, 5 o'clock, and I'm still hungry. So I make pancakes for myself, and I'm like, all right, after I make these pancakes, I'm gonna be good. I ate, like, 4 pancakes or something. Like, I don't even know, 3, 4, I don't know. But I demolished these pancakes. They probably was kind of low-key small. But I demolished the pancakes and I take a nap. So, well, in my brain, I thought I was taking a nap because I was actually already low-key turned. So I wake up, and then Sydney's home from work, and it's like 11-something o'clock. And her Morehouse brother calls, and he's like, oh, y'all trying to come home? We having something at our house. Y'all trying to turn up a little bit. So I'm be like, cool, sure, whatever. So I had thought that I took a nap. I'm still in my brain thinking I took a nap, which means only an hour, maybe 2 hours has passed, whatever. Not realizing that low-key I was in a full slumber for about 5 hours. So I'm like, all right, cool. And I didn't really re-up on eating anything. Because I'm like, I had spaghetti today. I had pancakes. That's more than I ever eat, usually, period. So I'm like, I'm good. So basically we start turning up. We go to her brother's house, and we at the brother's house, and they got this mixed drink that we're drinking. We drinking that. They playing Philly music. We dancing over here. And then it's shots time. So we taking shots or whatever. And this is not even like, this time of my life is really the first time I had a lot of too much. Like, to the point where basically this is my first ever blackout situation, where somebody had to tell me what was going on the next day. I had a moment where I don't recall, and I've never had that, and I still haven't had another time like that, and I never plan to. But I'm telling you guys this because this is something that I feel like everyone should learn from, because when things like this happen, you have to know, like, that's why responsible drinking is important. Anyway, so we're turning up, and they have, like, all these like stuff set up on the counter to where it's shots time. So they got Hennessy, they got 1800 Gold, they got something else, a little bit of some Ciroc. So they're like, oh, take a shot. So I took some shots of Ciroc. I took a Hennessy, because the boy kept being like, oh, she not about it. And I'm like, bye, boy. Like, I can drink. I can hold my liquor. I can drink. But that's only if I eat. But let's remember, guys, I don't remember that I did not eat. The time span of the last time I ate was not recent enough for me to be drinking like that. And I haven't, at this point, I was feeling on, but I wasn't like, okay, I need to stop. So I take a shot, or you could say, like, low-key, a mouthful of Hennessy. And this is also some college drinking nonsense. And then never had the 1800 gold. And the way that people do the shots is by pouring it into the cup. So I take that and then I say to Sydney, I was like, yeah, no more for me. I know I can't handle more. I'm not really on yet, but I just know that if I keep drinking, it's a bad idea. So the night goes on. We dance. We take pictures. Mind you, y'all, I had my hair straight. So we take this one last picture of me, Sydney, and Jassy. Before I walk away, I'm talking and I go to sit and I say, I have to go to the bathroom. First off, when I say I usually have to go to the bathroom, that basically means walking to the bathroom because I have to puke, which really is rare, or I feel sick and I need you to take me to the bathroom. So I go to the bathroom and basically that's what happens. I'm puking, I'm apologizing the whole time because I've never been like that before. And then all my little sisters were taking care of me, so I felt like a disappointment and I kept saying it. That's the last thing I remember. So the next day I wake up and I am laying on the floor with a pillow propped up my head, a trash can next to me, and my hair that was straight was braided all the way to the side. Yo, I'm like, Sid, I'm up. I'm like, what's the mind you, I'm thinking I'm good. But for the rest of the day, I couldn't eat. And we tried to get Chipotle later, and it made me feel ill inside. So I go and I ask Sid, I'm like, what happened? What happened? She's like, you don't remember? So I'm like, no. So rewind back to the night before. Sydney tells me that I say, all I remember is that I do think that I was in my dream, I was kissing this fine chocolate guy. And she was like, mm-hmm. And she was like, and I said, that's all I recall. So she then tells me, well, you weren't kissing a fine chocolate guy. Apparently I was kissing my friend who low-key had a crush on me. And she was like, I looked and she was like, I know you were kissing him. And she was like, at first I didn't know like if you just wanted to. She said, then I thought about it and I was like, hey, that's not okay. So she pulls me off of him and it's like, Reed, you're that so-and-so. And I was like, really? Oh no. And I stopped. Then I went to the bathroom and like was on like sitting at the toilet. She then says at one point that I no longer was like coherent and that she was calling my name and I wasn't really answering. And then she called my mom because she said that I was throwing up nothing and I kept gagging. And at one point I coughed and a little bit of blood came out, which scared her. So she called her mom and her mom was like, basically talk to her and ask her stuff you know that she has to know the answer to. So she said that she asked me stuff, and when she first was asking me, she'll be like, okay, Reed, what's your name? And I was like, Peyton. And she was like, what's your mom's name? And I said, Monica. And then she was like, how many brothers do you have? And I was like, 2. She said, she said I was answering like in that voice, and then I like fell asleep. Then she said that I was sitting there and I was like just sitting there. So her mom told her to get some cold water. So she go and gets the cold water. Apparently while she goes to get the cold water, I'm screaming, Sydney don't love me. Like, she gonna leave me in here by myself or whatever. I don't know. So apparently I must have been 1 minute not talking to nobody, dead, and the next minute alive. And then she said she came back, threw the water on me. And when she threw the water on me, she said I lifted my head from the toilet, flipped my hair back. And she said my eyes was closed the whole time. And I was like, water? In this voice. Water? Water? Are you serious? You gotta be fucking kidding me. Like, you ice cold water? This is fucking ridiculous. Like, are you serious right now? Are you serious? And she said that all that she could do was laugh. Because I was really like a whole nother person. So when she told me all this, all I could think of was like, wow, like this could have been really bad. Like, good thing it was in someone's house who I've known for a minute. Good thing that Sydney is a great friend. Good thing, it was just all these good things that God was by my side, even though I obviously committed a bad sin, and 2, it was just like crazy. But then I also was like, I don't understand how I even got to that point. But then I remembered my nap was not a nap. It was a slumber. So lesson learned, never will I ever again. I don't do the whole eating on like drinking on empty stomach thing. I kind of really try to monitor when I go to sleep. Like for some reason, like last time I got turned, it's like I make sure that I put an alarm on at a certain time, and like I get to look and clock at times or tell people that I'm about to go to bed something, because I need people to know. I need to know myself. And I just say, like, if you go out and you do drink and it does happen to where you might get to that point, like, be sure to know that it's not always guaranteed. So it's really great to not ever get in that situation. It's not always guaranteed that someone's going to make sure you're okay. Any of that. Like, none of that. So, you know, because at the end of the day, I do feel like everyone has their moments. Everyone has times where they're going to slip up. Definitely when it comes to drinking, if you drink, or if you do anything, it's always going to be a time where you think you're in full control and you might not have control, because I feel like God makes sure that in some way we lose or that feeling of not being in control has to happen for you to be settled, because at the end of the day, it's never always, it's really not in your hands. Your life isn't, it's in His. So He has to show you that. So I wouldn't say that He wanted to show me that time that it was of His. I really am not saying that, but I'm just saying in general. But anyway, that's the end of that story. Basically, I died on Valentine's Day last year. I hope that this year I actually either am doing what I usually do, which is nothing and being by myself, or I'm able to share it with someone. Who knows? My love life is right now. So let me know. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, guys. If you like story time, just let me know. Any ideas, any suggestions, let me know. Well, suggestions, because I haven't experienced a lot, so you could just put them down there. That's all the big suggestions. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. I hope that you learned something from it. I don't know.
Say you wanna get away. We don't need a plane. I could be your escape. Take you to a place where there's no time, no